last Sunday of the month at 6 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's time to sip a little tea. Sip a little tea. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you joining. Please hit share, share, share so other folks can join us in our conversation. Here, it's the end of May. Unbelievable. But here we are. Please hit share so other people can get this great information that's going on in the 2nd Supervisorial District. I have to say, I was looking on Instagram or something and realized that there are some of my former colleagues in the California legislature who do tea-related podcasts and conversations. Y'all know we started Sippin My Tea back in 2019, so they're welcome for giving them the bright idea. They sipping tea too. So, we asked you to sip tea. Tell us what kind of tea. Put it in the chat. Put it in the notes what kind of tea you're drinking. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm sipping lemonade today. It's been that kind of weekend. But I'm in my funky Candles Tea and 90s R&B. Thank you, LaTanya, for my fun mug. I think she gave it to me Christmas. So sipping a little lemonade, Candles Tea and 90s R&B. That is my generation. Really appreciate you guys joining this Sunday evening. Couple things we're just going to update you on. No guests this week. We're going to keep it short. Talk to you about some amazing things that are going on in the 2nd District. Some fun we had with our arts and culture project and work. Going to talk about our Juneteenth event. And then you see my necklace. To vote. I've been sporting my necklace from Takara Designs from Chicago that I bought it in Chicago at the Democratic Convention a couple years ago. I've been wearing it every day, literally for a month, just to represent in a meaningful way. It is our civic opportunity and duty, in my humble opinion. So let me get started. I had a great day today. Started in Florence Firestone. Shout out to Florence Firestone with an amazing program run by our Department of Economic Opportunity and Kelly Lobianco, which is called Renovate Program. And it's really helping to infuse some immediate resources along our business corridors to help businesses with their facade improvement. So many businesses are like, I need help by increasing my foot traffic. I need help with lighting, a little power washing out front, new signage, even with some ADA accessibility. And so we were very proud to be in Florence Firestone. This is our second project in the 2nd District with the Renovate Program to put that slide back up to help La Mexicana Meat Market and the 99-cent store on Firestone Boulevard. And the picture that was up there was the before picture. You saw that before. This is the after, as a result of about a $300,000 investment in these two staples in the Florence Firestone community. As you can see, the before and after pictures are stark. And it really creates an opportunity, again, to increase foot traffic, for it to look more welcoming, more inviting. There's lighting, the ADA accessibility. And so again, business owners talk about, sometimes we're running small businesses, we're running on a tight margin, and improving the facade is something we want to do, but don't have the resources to do. So there we are with Mr. Chong, who's owned the buildings for 21 years, I think he told me. There I am with Kelly. And then, of course, I had to go shopping in the La Mexicana meat market with some of the most beautiful fresh produce I have seen in a long time. I bought some cherries and a gorgeous cucumber, only because I was out and about and wasn't going to be able to refrigerate my groceries as soon as one would need to. So I'm really proud. $300,000 investment. The Renovate program is county-wide. The county's invested millions since it launched the program back in 2015. Again, I'm very proud to have brought that opportunity to Florence Firestone. And the Department of Economic Opportunity is doing amazing work. We are working with them as a part of our Corridors to Community effort. Today's facade improvement was about that, where they're helping us invest and support small businesses not just in facade improvement, but loans, grants, all kind of good stuff. So you should take a look at this program at their website, opportunity.lacounty.gov. And you should just check out Department of Economic Opportunity. You know, I love to say this is not your grandma's LA County, because back when my grandma was a clerk typist too at LA County, they didn't have a department that focused on growing, expanding, and supporting small business. But when I think about the small businesses in our unincorporated corridor, I'm proud to be a part of this effort to invest in them so they can grow and thrive, and so can LA County's economy. Second update, great experience. This past week, I was honored to receive an award, the Emerita Chair Award, given to me by the LA County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency, affectionately known as La Casa. It was their 2026 summit. I was the first chair of this first of its kind agency in our region that connects elected leaders and housing advocates from across LA County on a shared goal of preserving, protecting, and producing more affordable housing. I'm proud to stand there with Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson, who's the current chair of La Casa. I was La Casa's chair in the inaugural year, the first year. He has chaired us now in years 2 and 3. I'm really grateful to serve on the board. And we see that we're working collaboratively with regional leaders from across LA County, large cities, small cities, coming together to figure out ways in which we can finance creatively the construction, protection, and preservation of more affordable housing. So go back to the previous slide. In the first 3 years, we've had exponential success and growth. It was created through enabling legislation that now Congresswoman Sidney Kamlager-Dove introduced as a piece of legislation when she was in the Senate, Senate Bill 679, I believe, was signed into law. We had our inaugural meeting 3 years ago. The key was we had this infrastructure. We had the opportunity to collect resources, but we didn't have the opportunity to create or mandate resources. So thank you, LA County voters, those of you who passed Measure A. In Measure A, there's an element for construction of affordable housing. That is what funds La Casa. So that 19 months ago, we got Measure A passed. 11 months ago, La Casa, through our work, we approved our first ever expenditure plan, how we were going to spend the billions of dollars coming to us through Measure A. Next slide. So what's amazing is the progress we've made. Notice of funding availability. When you put it out there to let developers, nonprofit, for-profit developers know there's a funding source here, it's available. As a result of us getting the no fuss out, we have already put into motion and made funding available for the construction of 1,500 new units, either built or preserved, helping 3,100 residents become housed or have affordable housing. $1.1 billion of economic impact, when people are able to braid funding together to afford a construction project. So our dollars are magnified based on those other funding streams. And then the jobs created across LA County as a result of new construction. So this is a regional governmental entity that's new, that is killing the game, in my humble opinion. I'm deeply proud of what we've been able to accomplish so far, and know that we will be able to build more housing across the entire region. Some of the small cities complain, LA City gets all the attention. Those 1,500 units are across our LA County region. And so we're building a better LA County every day. Very proud. Thank you, La Casa, for giving me the award for my first year. And I spend a great deal of time. I am committed to the success of this work of preserving our already fragile affordable housing infrastructure, protecting tenants, producing more affordable housing. Those are kind of the 3 Ps that form the pillars of who we are. So I talked about Corridors to Community. Another second district initiative is our second district arts and culture initiative, where we're working really hard to make sure that every resident in the second district has access and opportunity to take advantage of a county asset. I think I told you a couple months ago, me taking about 100 seniors from our county senior centers to the opera at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, and we went and saw Aknan and met the lead actor in that musical, in that opera. Get it straight, Holly, opera. So, you know, the Pomona Fairplex is a county asset, and if you didn't know it, the fair has gone on this whole month. It ends today, May 31st. They moved it from the heat of August to May a couple of years ago, and it's great. So for a couple of years, I've been giving fair tickets away to our seniors in different nonprofit organizations. And someone tapped me on the shoulder last year and said, you know, thank you for the tickets, but getting there is an issue. And I was like, of course it is. So our arts and culture initiative and Chris and my team put together a plan where we had 9 buses and over 300 county residents to join us at the fair last Saturday. And fun was had by all, and turkey legs and corn on the cob was eaten and consumed by all. We had a blast. I was surprised when people started getting off the bus because I assumed it was just going to be the seniors. Well, the seniors brought their families. And so it was adult children, it was grandchildren. It was really a family-oriented experience. And we had so much fun, and they had so much fun. And I was really proud of it. So more about this slide shows you more about the Second District Arts and Culture Access Initiative. And it gives you a way to communicate with us if you would like tickets to some of our county assets. What's a county asset, you might ask? Disney Concert Hall, the Hollywood Bowl, LA County Fair, Ford Amphitheater. Those are all county facilities. So I think if you put your phone on that square, you can download the information and find out how through our free arts and cultural experiences across LA County, you can have some fun this summer too. And again, that's the Second District Arts and Culture Access Initiative. It's our goal to make sure our Second District residents have access to these amazing cultural facilities. That's what I did today. What happened last weekend? You can access the arts and culture opportunities. What's next? Well, tomorrow is the 1st of June, and we'll be celebrating Juneteenth very soon. I'm excited. Is this our 6th? This may be our 6th annual. Our 6th annual. We jump-started our first June. We were elected in 2021. And yes, this is our 6th annual Juneteenth celebration and what we call our Freedom Summer Program. You know, Juneteenth, it's a party with a purpose. We are acknowledging the history of Juneteenth, and we are redefining what freedom looks like to us today. And so, you know, we go around the district. We started, our first one was at Magic Johnson Park, and we have since moved to other parks across the district. This year, we're at George Washington Carver Park in Willowbrook. It's at 118th and Success, if you know the park. It's a great park, has a swimming pool. You know, that's my favorite thing in our county pools. And so it's Saturday, June 13th. The time is on there. I think it's like noon to 4, if you can see that small print. What does Freedom Summer mean? We decided last summer, bright idea of my chief of staff, who's retiring this month, Frederica McGee, that we didn't want to just celebrate and talk about freedom one day, but what would an investment in our local park for an entire summer look like? How do we pour some little extra love into our county parks to make sure that the surrounding communities know what's going on there and feel welcome there. That's what we're calling our Freedom Summer Program. And last summer we kicked it off and it was amazing. We've got some organizations that are returning. So how does this work? I support a community-based organization to come into the park and provide programming for 8 weeks. That's what the Freedom Summer Program is. So programs like the county's program, Delete the Divide, they're going to come in and do digital literacy and computer and cell phone training for our seniors. The Black Surfers Collective, who do ocean education, surf lessons, and beach days, where we load up the buses from the park and go to our local beach. Kids in the Spotlight, an organization I've worked with for a number of years, who help primarily kids in foster care tell their stories, and they learn how to write scripts, direct, produce their own films. They are award-winning. They're going to run a summer program from script to screen to help people understand how you enter the entertainment industry and all of the various jobs available in it. So that's Kids in the Spotlight. Those are just 3 that I remember off the top of my head. But if you click on the link and you register for Juneteenth, you will be informed about all of the elements of our Freedom Summer Program and all the fun you can come out and have and join us on June 13th and at Carver Park for the remaining of the summer. It was a great idea Frederica had, and I love it to death. Last, I think I'll talk about what my necklace is talking about. I want to make sure that you know that vote centers are open. Even though election day is Tuesday, you can show up at a vote center and actually vote on Monday. I was at Metro board meeting and went into Union Station to see this electric bus they brought in for board members to see. And there was the vote center right there in Union Station. So they're everywhere, all over the community. You can go to plan.lavote.gov to find out where the vote centers are. You can find a drop box, the yellow and blue drop box, where you can drop your ballot in. You can put it in the mail or take it to the post office Monday, as long as it's postmarked by, I guess, close of business Tuesday, it will be counted. But if I were you, I want to make sure mine is in. I don't want to come sliding in on 2 wheels on Tuesday. This election is too important for all of us here in the state of California, here in LA County, for a variety of reasons. So please remember to exercise your right to vote. Too many people, that's Rosa Parks behind me here in my dining room at home. Too many people fought too many battles to guarantee that all of us had the right to vote. And I think that we should honor their legacy and honor the future we want for our children by doing just that, voting for what we think is best for our community. That's this month's Sippin My Tea. I'm going to sip some more lemonade, and I appreciate you joining me. Be well, and I'll see you next month.